Hey guys, this is Nick from forexnoobs.com with my midday analysis. Just a quick notification before the analysis. Right now, the Forex Mastermind course is open for enrollment for a few days. Visit the link below this video to check out the course. So before I start the analysis, I want to explain how it works so you can actually use it in your trading. On most Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, I hold a live analysis session for my Forex Mastermind students. These sessions are recorded and posted to YouTube. I say most because some days I'm busy and other days I'm not trading, and I have a rule: when I'm not trading, I do not post analysis. In the analysis, I look for price action reversal setups on around 10 to 20 pairs that I'm currently trading. I check every time frame for every pair, taking a systematic approach to doing analysis. Personally, I do this analysis several times per day, but only the midday session is recorded as most setups are spotted then. So what are setups? A reversal setup occurs when price stalls at an area of support resistance and a transition of power occurs, from buyers to sellers or from sellers to buyers. I wait for price to approach these areas and spot potential setups. But these setups are not actual trades. When I share a setup on this analysis, it doesn't mean I'm entering the trade right away. Setups are just setups, and many setups do not trigger, so they never actually become trades. But some of them do, of course, and some of them become trades. To understand this, you have to know a little bit about my strategy, which I share for free on forexnoobs.com, and there's a link to the strategy also below. I use 4 different tags in the name of these analysis videos. The tags are in brackets at the end of the name. It's important to know these tags just so you understand what is in the video. So if you see no setups, that means there are no setups today, obviously. If you see upcoming setups on, that means there are no setups, but I have spotted some very strong support resistance areas, which may lead to setups later in the day. So that could be anywhere between a few hours to a whole day. And if it's tagged with setups on, that means there are setups today, and I'm sharing potential trades in the video itself. So let's get started with the analysis. So today is Thursday, the 20th of April, 2017, and the time is 15:01 here in the UK. Today's webinar is starting a tad late, later than normal. It's not late, but it's just later than normal. I was a bit busy today, so I pushed the webinar time back a little bit. All right, so let's get started with the webinar. I'm gonna take GBPAUD to the top real quick. All right, so in yesterday's analysis, I said that there were a few potential setups. A lot of those setups didn't trigger. They just kept going in the same direction, just never triggered. So that was fine, but there's a few that have triggered. Namely the GBPAUD short trade. Well, I don't think there's a few. I think there's only one. One that I took, but I think only one has actually triggered. But we'll take a look at some of the others on lower time frames in case someone entered on the lower time frames. Now, the only one I've entered is the GBPAUD short. It's looking quite good at the moment. I entered on the 12-hour. So it's going okay. I mean, it's not looking quite good. It's just kind of like just starting out. So let's see how this one plays out over the coming few candles. So this trade was pretty straightforward. I entered with reduced risk on this one, just because it is GBP, and why is it doing that? Because it's GBPAUD, and I don't really want to trade GBP with my full risk, but this trade has a pretty tight target, pretty tight stop loss overall. I mean, it's going to be pretty easy for it to hit target. Only has to reach to here. It's a 1.5 target. I might extend that target depending on how fast it reaches there. If I see strong signs of buyers in control, so buyers are pushing down really quickly, they go bam, then I might keep this trade open and try to target down to here. We'll just see how it plays out, but for right now, it's going okay. I can't really complain much. There are a few GBP news events coming up today. Just need to find, I'll just open a new tab, I guess. We got the speech by Carney. Actually, no, they passed. Oh, no, they haven't. I was thinking, that's a bit weird. I thought they were later in the day. It's just the time's been reset for some reason. So let me fix this time. All right. I was confused there for a second, thinking, how could I messed up those times? So yeah, these start kind of soon. So 4:30 is the first one, an hour and a half. And then after that, Carney is going to be speaking again at 5:30. You know, I mean, as always, speeches can affect price. But I'm in this trade now. I've got a good stop loss. I'm not going to rush out of it just because there's a speech upcoming. If this speech was coming like an hour before I entered the trade, you know, I might have stayed out, or a few hours before I might have stayed out. But this trade was entered, you know, already a while ago. I was hoping it would be closer to target by this point, but it isn't, and I'm not going to exit just because the speech is coming up. All right, so that covers GBPAUD. Let's take a quick look at EURCAD. That was another potential setup we were looking at yesterday. We were looking at it yesterday, I think, when it was at this candle, something like that, or maybe it was this candle, but it looked more like indecision. But yeah, obviously that never turned into anything. It just kept trending up, which is fine. It happens. So that trade never triggered at all. New Zealand CAD. We were also looking at New Zealand CAD, a potential short here. But that kept trending up, so nothing there that that I would trade, or that I traded. USD CAD, similar situation, just kept trending up. So a lot of these CAD ones, they just kept pushing up. They looked like they were going to reverse, but it just didn't happen. But again, that's fine. I mean, it doesn't really matter because the trade wasn't entered, so who cares? And it's not really doing anything right now. EURUSD, similar situation, kept trending up, but I've adjusted my support resistance areas on EURUSD, and it's kind of stalling at the new area. The reason I adjusted them is I just deleted them all and I started fresh with my EURUSD support resistance areas. Speaking of which, support resistance areas have been updated on, like I've been saying for the past week or two, that I've been lazy in updating my support resistance areas. Well, the support resistance areas are finally, wait, I have the wrong thing. Support resistance areas are finally up to date. You can see them all here, so they are finally up to date. So yeah, check them out. Those are my new support resistance areas. They haven't really changed that much, but a lot of them have been adjusted. So EURUSD has clearly been adjusted. Price is currently stalling at my new resistance area on EURUSD, getting a 12-hour candle. It's stalling pretty heavily there. Kind of interested in taking a short there, to be honest. We'll just see how it plays out. I'm going to pull this to the top of my list and keep a very close eye on EURUSD for a potential short trade. All right, Euro AUD, let's see what's happening here. Was that a potential setup from yesterday too? I don't think so. Could have been. But yeah, that's not really doing anything right now. Nothing that I would want to trade anyway. AUD CAD, what's up with AUD CAD? Nothing much. AUDJPY, ooh. Maybe continuation reversal here. Yeah, we could be in for a nice continuation reversal here. Price is trending down pretty heavily on AUDJPY. It's a very strong downtrend, very steep downtrend. So price is trending down heavily. It's broken below the support area. So it broke below support and now it's come back up to it. So let's keep a close eye on this. This could actually be a potential reversal here. It's not really slowing down yet, but let's see if it does slow down soon. Let's keep a close eye on this. Potential short reversal, continuation reversal on AUDJPY. All right. AUD New Zealand. Nothing that's really that tradable. I mean, it is clear that it's reversing, but it's just, it's nothing that I would want to trade just because the risk to reward ratio. AUD USD. I was very, very tempted to enter an AUD USD long from the support area. But yeah, just didn't happen. But that was kind of tempting. AUD USD long trade here would have hit its target actually. I think so anyway. Counter trend reversal. Did anyone go long here? Just like a really quick reversal trade on a low time frame. You went in, Stevie? Are you still in? Take it your stop was bigger then. What's your target on this one? It's a pretty good setup. I was tempted to enter it, but I was looking at a slightly higher time frame and it just moved way too fast. It happens sometimes. It's the price I pay for being picky with my time frames. Yeah. A lot of the times it saved me from bad trades, but sometimes it stops me from getting into good trades. Sometimes I'm just picky and I don't want to get in on the 4 hour. I'd rather wait for the 6 or 8 hour and then the trade takes off. So it just took off way too fast on the 6 hour, but it was really nice on the 4 hour. While you figure it out, Stevie, I'm just going to keep going real quick, and then we'll come back to it. We'll look for more setups. CAD JPY, it's in between two support resistance areas, so nothing much is going on. EURJPY. EURJPY is reversing, but the risk to reward ratio was really kind of crappy, and it was EURJPY, so yeah. EURJPY. Ooh. EURJPY is in a downtrend. It's retraced up to resistance. Could this be a continuation reversal on EURJPY? Let's see if it's stalling, and we just answered that question. 12 hour, it's clearly stalling. As we go down lower, we'll probably see it more, maybe. Yeah, stalling up here. At least it's slowing down. So resistance is slowing down the bullish move. It looks like it's picking up again the last few hours, but buyers are clearly struggling to get through this area. So let's keep a close eye on EURJPY. We could get a nice little continuation reversal here. So that would be just a short trade here, continuation of the overall trend. Let's just see how this plays out. I'm not too excited about this. It looks like buyers have taken control in the last few hours, so they could very well keep pushing up, but it's just something to keep an eye on regardless. If it does stall heavily here, then we could get into a short reversal trade. Euro New Zealand, yeah, doesn't really look like much is going on here. GBPJPY, I've adjusted my GBPJPY support resistance areas a lot. They've changed a lot, so check out the new areas. GBPJPY, same deal, trending down, took a quick move up, but it could be ready to retrace here. So let's keep an eye on GBPJPY also, along with EURJPY. Got several potentials here. GBPUSD, kind of in between areas right now. New Zealand JPY, kind of in between areas. New Zealand USD, made some major changes to support resistance on New Zealand USD, so do check them out too. Nothing much tradable there. USD CHF hitting support,
Nothing I really want to trade there. USDJPY in between two support resistance areas. Yeah, nothing really here. So for today, we have the GBPAUD short, which is already open. So that one's just a currently open trade. It's heading towards target. So let's see how that one plays out. EURUSD potential short trade forming on, well, across a lot of time frames. It looks okay on the 12-hour. I don't like that lower wick there, but you know, sometimes you just have to make do with indecision candles that you don't like. Regardless, we do have a pretty good risk to reward ratio on this if we wanted to go short. So, you know, there is potential here. Keep a close eye on EURUSD. AUDJPY, just a simple continuation reversal. Looks best on like the 6-hour, 8-hour, so keep a close eye on that. And then all the other JPY pairs, it's just similar thing, continuation reversal. So looking for a continuation of the overall downtrend, something like that. We'll just see if we actually get that kind of move. Just keep a close eye on AUDJPY, GBPJPY, and EURJPY for indecision forming on the current resistance areas. If indecision does form and if we see price stalling, it could be a sign that buyers are losing strength and the overall trend is continuing. So it might be a good opportunity to jump in short. Now, Stevie, you entered on the 6-hour. Your 6-hour must have looked slightly different to mine, I'm assuming, because mine was just, you couldn't really trade mine on the 6-hour. Where is? Oh, there it is. But it doesn't matter. Either way, your entry is 71. Wait, let me do it like this. 7512 entry, 7592 stop. Oh no, that's your TP. 7472 is your stop. 592 is target. All right, you got a wide stop. I probably would have done this a little differently. It was small indecision. I probably would have just put a tighter stop in. It would have just been kind of like a, I don't know, a scalp trade for me. I'm not sure if you'd call it a scalp trade because it's a 4-hour chart. But regardless, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the way you've set this trade up. Your one is probably smarter actually overall. You've got like a decent sized stop. My only concern with this, and the reason I probably would have traded it the way I would have, the way I've explained, is just because it's trending down. So it's trending down pretty heavily. So I kind of would have wanted to just get into a quick trade. Your trade is has got a pretty large target, so it's going to be harder for that to get hit. But obviously, my trade, had I entered it, it would have been. It would have had a tight stop, so it would have been easier for the stop to get hit. So there's always that trade-up, you know, there's always that, you know, have a wider stop, it's less likely to get hit, but it also means your target has to be wider, so it's harder for your target to be hit. Have a tight stop is more likely to be hit, but your target's more likely to be hit. So in this specific case, I probably would have went for the tight stop and tight target. But yeah, there's nothing really wrong with your trade. Yeah, I mean, I guess that wraps it up for today, guys. GBPAUD, EURUSD, AUDJPY, GBPJPY, EURJPY. Thanks for watching the analysis. I hope it was useful. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button below. In case you missed it, Forex Mastermind, my online training course and forum, is now open for enrollment for a few days. Check it out by clicking the link below this video. Also, for instant notifications when I post analysis or other cool videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Once the setups I share in this analysis trigger, I post live updates as I manage the trade, such as my entry, exit, stop, and when to get out of the trade. For these updates, add me on Facebook or Twitter by clicking the buttons below. I'll see you in the next video.